Hi guys! It's that time of the week again. And of course, we're back in the magical guinea pig coloring book. I'm so excited to do this one. I've been thinking about the colors that I've wanted to use for this picture for a while, maybe for the past week or so, because I wanted to challenge myself a little bit. So in order to do that, I went with colors I don't normally use, which is all of these pastel-y kind of colors, and I'm gonna try to use only these markers right here. Hi, Shay! So most of the time I use 3 different shades of the same color, and that's how I do my shadows. But this time I'm gonna try and do my shadows with these warm grays right here. I have no idea how this is going to turn out. Like I said, I wanted to challenge myself this time around, so I've got this limited pastel color set, and then I've got my warm grays. It's going to be an adventure and a half. Yep. What is going on? I'm getting feedback here. Just a second, guys. There we go. For some reason, my iPad, the volume was on, and I didn't put that on. Button must have got bumped. But that's beside the point. So these are the colors that I'm going to use. I've got this gorgeous Y11, which is the pale yellow. Surprisingly, I have maybe only 3 yellows. I guess I don't really value the color yellow. That has probably got to change. And then I've got this RV34, which is this dark pink, which I really, really like. Don't think I used that one enough. And then I have these greens. So I got this YG41, and I just dropped one of my markers, so I'm gonna have to pick that up. And then I've got this YG45, which is in this old school classic barrel. I'm kind of excited to use that. Hold on, I'm gonna go get the marker that decided to run away. Oh, the joys of having a slanted desk and round markers. And then these are just several different of the gray, the warm grays. So I think I have 2, 5, because we've got 2, 5, I believe there's 3 and 7. And as you can tell, I have a wide variety of marker types because I just get whatever is cheapest at the time. So yeah. I think because I'm me, well, no, maybe I won't start with the pink. Maybe I'll try to branch out and I'll start with the yellow. Even though it's almost painful, it's okay. I will survive. So, where do I want to start? I can start someplace not too traumatic with this beautiful balloon. I'm growing, I'm branching out, I'm learning new things. I was watching Katie's Instagram live stream this morning. Katie is the one who illustrated this beautiful calendar, and she drew some skinny pigs. She drew a skinny pig, which I was really excited to see. But she inspires me to try and color with less vibrant colors, branch out. I don't know. We'll see where it goes. I had an interesting week. It wasn't a horrible week. I, of course, met with the officiant and we went over all that kind of stuff. Getting the wedding figured out. What else did I do this week? I feel like this week has just disappeared on me. Yesterday, I had a day. It was, I could not do anything right. You know those days where you just get up and you just fail at life in general? That was me yesterday. I got up and I don't have cable, I have rabbit ears. Ran into the rabbit ears and for the life of me, couldn't get any of the channels back. And then I went to take my vitamins, and usually I'll take it with tea or some kind of drink, and I decided yesterday that I was going to do it with some carbonated flavor water. But instead of putting the vitamin in my mouth, I put the vitamin in the bottle. I have no idea why I decided to do that. So my vitamin was at the bottom of the bottle, just disintegrating, which was joyous. And then later, without thinking, I stirred up some of the bottle and it exploded everywhere on me. So I had red colored carbonated water all over my outfit. Went to go change, and then it gets better. My day was wonderful yesterday. I decided that I was going to make some homemade sushi, and so I was making sushi rice, which when you're cooling it, you add some of the rice vinegar and some salt and some sugar. Well, I went to grind the salt over top of the rice, and the salt grinder broke, and all of the salt went all over the rice. It was glorious. It was glorious. I think I still have salt cubes on my floor right now. I'm like, okay, obviously I just need to do nothing today. So that is exactly what I did. I did nothing for a while. Luckily today, I'm not nearly as accident prone as I was yesterday. I have no idea why that happened. Luckily, my accidentness did not flow over into the photo shoot I assisted with yesterday. A dear friend of mine is got a very exciting announcement that I got to be part of the photo shoot. So that is exciting. But other than that, I decided that yesterday did not exist. It does not exist. It's fine. I don't even know if you can tell the difference in that. It's kind of there. I was coloring off the screen. Sorry guys, let me pull that down. Maybe I'll bring 3. Let's try 3 instead of 2. Maybe I'll get more of a color variance there. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we'll stick with 3. 2 was way too light. So yeah, yesterday was a thing for me. I really would like to watch more of the Olympics, but since I don't have the fancy cable stuff, I don't get to see nearly as much as I want to see. Oh, and I'm making my way through Tempest and Slaughter, and I am absolutely loving it so much. It brings so many memories back because it pulls in a lot of, well, not a lot, it pulls in some characters that will show up in the Immortal series by Tamara Pierce, which is by far my favorite series of hers. And it's starting to see some of the backstory of why the dynamic is the way it is. And it just makes me so excited to start Wild Magic next month. Super, super, super excited for that. But Numair is a character that he's just a sweetheart. And I know things are coming. I know. But I just seeing the connections being made and why he will be who I love later in the universe. I like seeing how he develops into the man he will be. So it's one of those reads that I'm taking slowly because I want it to last forever. Because I promise you I could probably have binged that book within a day. So yeah, Shay, I think that's a perfect time to read that book because there are some characters, if If you don't know them yet, you won't get some of the things, a lot of the things that will be coming. Oh my gosh, just the history that is there. It's amazing. I was also reading Portal, A Spy Guide this week as well. I totally forgot that book existed. So when I found it at the library, I'm like, why not? Let's do this. And that made me smile. It's definitely a read that needs to be done after you read everything, except for maybe the Becca Cooper series. You don't have to read that one yet, but it will spoil you for a lot of things through The Protector of the Small. And then I decided to just go ahead and buy it. I'm sorry. I know I should be saving, but I'm like, why have I not gotten this on myself sooner? It needs to be a thing. So it became a thing. No regrets. That's how I live my life. I also started a interesting new read called Living Invisibly. It's written by a hacker, and it talks about all the information that we put on the internet and how easy it is to find and how you can start living more aware of all of that. I'm just started it, so I haven't gotten too far in it. Which book did you DNF last night, Shay? It's been a while since I've DNF'd a book. Yeah, no, I can't remember the last time I DNF'd a book. I mean, most of the time, if a book isn't going well for me anymore, I'm like, why am I doing this to myself? I usually end up skim reading it, which probably isn't fair to the story, but sometimes I want to know the ending, but I don't want to deal with all the drama in between. To All the Boys I Loved Before. I've heard of that one. I haven't even gotten into that series before. I'm not a big contemporary reader anymore. But yeah, no, I've mostly heard good things about that book. But then again, it's a book I'm probably never ever gonna pick up. I'm sure people find it good. Not all people, obviously. I respect that. Yeah, I've gotten to the point in my life too, Shay, where if characters are acting a certain way, it's just, I don't need that in my life. If you're gonna be whiny about everything, nope, I'm done. Hey, Katie! Just want you to know, I kind of loved the drawing you did this morning. And yes, I will probably be buying any and all stickers or other paraphernalia that you make with skinny pigs on them. It's gonna happen. I need them in my life. So yeah, otherwise, I'm taking my Sundays slowly as per usual. Doing all the chores that I normally do on Sunday. It's really windy here. Oh my goodness. I went outside to brush off the guinea pig lining and almost blew away. The joys of living in the Midwest. You just never know. I think we're getting gusts to 40 to 50 miles here right now. I've developed this awesome technique of taking one of the items that I need to brush off, brushing it off, and then standing on it and grabbing the next one. More snow. You're finally getting snow, Shay. 5 to 10 inches of snow. That is a lot of snow. But you guys need the moisture, don't you? Because I know it's getting dry over there. No, they're saying that we could possibly get snow again tonight, which I'm a little bummed about. I'm kind of over the snow at this point, but what can you do? But I have made a friend while I am outside cleaning off the guinea pig liners. There are a multitude of rabbits that hang out in my yard. And there's one particular who likes to hang out underneath the deck. I call him Bun Bun. And we've gotten to the point where we're okay with each other. And so even when I'm out there dusting off the liners, he just hangs out and watches me. He's like, I know, lady, that you are going to leave soon. And all that extra hay that you are putting out into that yard is going to be mine. I'm giving back. Yeah, I know. I'm very original in my naming of critters that are not mine. I'm trying not to become attached, but I'm becoming attached. I'm not gonna lie. Jeff and I keep talking about the fact that at some point we want to maybe possibly put a rabbit feeder outside and feed some of the wild rabbits. Like maybe just a little rack or something that we can put like hay and things in, just so we can watch them out the windows. Because unfortunately rabbits are another thing that I'm allergic to. So probably not going to ever be able to have any of those, but I like watching them. Pocket bunnies. Little bunnies for your pocket. I love it. Oh, no, that would be adorable. Just seeing bunnies hanging out in pockets. Yeah, no, it's kind of a bummer to be allergic to everything. But it does save me some money and my house from becoming a zoo, I guess. Because I'm pretty sure that if I was not allergic to all of them, I would have hamsters and gerbils and rabbits and mice and rats and everything else under the sun. I'd have my own little, like, rodent room, which would definitely be dangerous. Though I do keep threatening, because I keep seeing the hairless rats, I keep threatening to get some. Because they are absolutely adorable. And I hear that rats make really good pets. But we'll see if anybody lets me get away with that. Well, it's kind of funny because growing up, I had one guinea pig, of course, and that's why I found out that I was allergic to rodents. But growing up, I used to design my future houses, and in these houses, I would always have a guinea pig room. And the guinea pigs would have the whole room, and they would free roam, and they just hang out. I have no idea where this idea came from, but it was apparently something that I started in my brain fairly young. My guinea pig was named Sabrina. She was named after Sabrina the Teenage Witch because I loved that show. But she was a tri-colored standard American guinea pig. Nothing special, but she was mine. Okay, technically she was the whole family, but I pretty much claimed her. Though to be fair, it was my mom who was cleaning the cage most of the time. I would help. But yeah. My mom was amazing. She still is amazing. She has the ability to keep anything and everything alive. I have no idea how, but she just has that touch. Yeah, Sabrina the Teenage Witch was such a good show. TGI Friday in general was just my jam. That's where you could find me on Friday nights. Watching Boy Meets World and Sabrina the Teenage Witch. I'm trying to think of what other shows were on at that time. But nope, those were pretty much the shows that I watched. I'll put this one a solid color too. Hello, Grace. Yep, we're back in the calendar because it's February. We've only got 2 more weekends in February, and then it's going to be March, and holy cow, where has the time gone? Goodness gracious. Ooh, I know the exciting stuff that happened this week. Jeff and I finally booked our honeymoon. So I'm super, super excited about going. I just have to figure out all the random stuff that I need to pack for Iceland. I'm kind of excited about seeing the Northern Lights. I'm using Copics right now. I've decided that I think for all of these pages in this coloring book, I'm going to use Copics. Because I can, and I want to, so I am. March 13th is an amazing day to have a birthday. But I'm kind of biased, so any birthdays that are on the 13th are amazing. Well, some of the other stuff that we want to do while we're out in Iceland is we, of course, want to go whale watching and puffin watching and seeing all of the wildlife out there and the geysers. Maybe hike some glaciers as well. There's, of course, the Blue Lagoon, so we want to do at least one day out there. So, yeah. I think there's going to be all kinds of good stuff to do. But I've heard that it can get rather expensive food-wise. So we're trying to figure out, you know, what we can do. Maybe hit a supermarket and just make little packed lunches and things like that. Trying to bleed some of this gray out a little bit more so it's not nearly as harsh. Something kind of like that. I feel like the yellow is more neon-y for you guys in the stream than it is in real life. I promise it's more of a pastel-y yellow. I don't know what it's doing on camera right now. But yes, I definitely need to diversify my Copic color range because this is what I got right now. As you can tell, I live over in this pink realm. And then down here in this blue realm, I got a few greens. I lean more towards the blue greens. And then I got 3 yellows. But I mean, it's better than the oranges because I've got 2 oranges. I mean, I guess this is kind of an orange, but it reminds me more of a brown than anything else. Yeah, this right here in the greens, I don't know what it is. I'm just not drawn to that at all. And so I don't have a very wide set of those. I mean, I got my browns. Oops, I just colored yellow. That's fine. That's fine. It's fine. And then I got a few purples, but like I said, mostly my pinks and my blue greens. You guys can tell what my favorite colors are. It's okay. My current roommate is going to look after all of the animals while I'm gone. She usually does, so she will be here hanging out with all of them. She knows how to take care of them at this point. Because we've actually been roommates for 7 years now. No, longer than that. Like 9 years. Holy cow. Copics can be pricey if you don't shop smart. So I have always shopped Copics at Dick Blick's, where you can get them for cheaper than the $8 that some places want to charge you, or with coupons at Hobby Lobby and things like that. Because there is no way I'm paying $8 for one marker. But in the long run, if you do continue to use them and you get the refills and things, the investment makes sense. Which is why I like them. It's like, should I color them like daisies or maybe I'll do a mix match. So yeah, it is, me and my roommate have been roommates for quite a long time. We found a rhythm with each other that just made sense, I guess. And I'm very, very grateful for her. Oh, I didn't realize that Michael's was having a sale on Tombos. I haven't gotten to the point where I need to replace any of my Tombos. I bought the full set, and then I am going to replace as needy, because unfortunately Tombos are the ones that are one of those markers that you have to actually buy new markers. You can't refill. But yeah. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, no, I should really keep my eye on sales for Tombos and stuff. Probably won't be until later this year where I even think about expanding my coloring collection anymore. Right now, there are just other priorities. So yeah, I'll probably color some of these yellow down here and then maybe switch to the pink and get some pink started. Maybe something, no, we'll color this one yellow too. I have no rhyme or reason to what I'm doing. I mean, I chose my color palette and that's pretty much all I did. And we'll see how it turns out. I'm kind of excited. Oh yeah, with the, okay, so I completely understand where you're coming from, Katie. I was one of those kids as well when the markers, like the Crayola water marker, of course it would be a water-based marker, when they were starting to run out. Yep, I would totally lick that sucker to get it start flowing again. Or at least attempt to get it to start flowing again. which is probably why a lot of the kids' markers are non-toxic, because I probably would be dead by now. No lie. But at this point, I'm a little smarter than that, and I've got some of the colorless blender that sometimes I'll use if I don't have refills for the Copic. And then of course for my water-based markers, I'll get a cup of water or something. I won't actually lick it. But sometimes you're in the middle of coloring something and you need it to finish the project that you're doing. That's when the panic mode sets in. Of course, I always have a running list of replacements that I need to buy. I also have this very wonderful Copic app that helps me keep track of all the colors I already have and the colors I want to purchase and the refills I need. I would show you, but I'm currently using my phone to stream this right now. Let's do this one, because I want to do some of these other roses pink. So they don't have like an overwhelming amount of yellow everywhere. I'm kind of liking how this is turning out with just using the yellow and the warm gray. Like I said, I need to slowly develop my skills with shading with other things other than whatever color I'm using. Yeah, white is a tricky color to get. I've got I've got several different gel pens, and what are they? Let's see if I can pull this out. The Posco, yeah, that's the word I was trying to think. It's like Potco does not sound right. The Posca pens. I've got several Posca pens. But getting that like true white over top of the stuff when you want to add those white glares, I guess you can call them. But even then, sometimes I completely forget. I get into one kind of coloring utensil and I forget that I can turn around and use something else. So I don't always remember that I could finish with a gel pen or a Posco. It's a growing experience. Okay, this would probably be the last one I color yellow. We'll bring in some pinks. Yeah, I didn't want to do the traditional reds and pinks for Valentine's. I wanted to switch it up a little bit. So I went on Pinterest and I started doing some searching. And I found some cute gold and rose pink that I really liked, and sort of kind of emulating that right here. Okay, so then we've got the RV34, which is the dark pink, which I thought would be a good match to the yellow I was using. So like it's a dusty rose color. That's how I see it in my brain. And I'm just going to use the warm gray to shadow on this one as well. Something kind of like that. Probably do the balloons as well. Oops, that's fine. Went out a little bit, but I can fix that. So the warm gray is kind of giving it a, I don't want to say dirty look, but kind of getting this almost aged effect. That's what I'm seeing anyways. It's toning things down. That's what I wanted to say. Rustic, yes, that is a good term for it. Rustic. I think that's what I wanted to say. I just wasn't finding it. It wasn't there. Let's see if I can color this and let you guys see it at the same time without my hands getting in the shot. So I did a behind the scenes of my streaming setup on my Instagram account this morning. I thought that was fun. You get to see all of my mess in my creative space. I have thought about doing something like that in the past, so I figured, why not? I've got a couple minutes before I start the stream. Super Chat is a feature that some of the streamers have that lets people donate money and have their comments be bumped to the top and visible. So every time someone donates money, they'll be featured as a super chat. Oh yeah, today is a church day, so I understand. I actually go to church on Saturday nights just because I like to avoid the crowds. So yeah, I had wondered about that. How many people just lays around on Sundays, or who's actually going to church. That, and there's so many different time zones. You just don't know who you're gonna hit and who you're not. It'll go, the donated money will go to the streamer. So you're actually donating to the channel. I mean, part of it, of course, will go to YouTube, but... Oh, that's a bummer. Being sick isn't fun. But I'm glad you could join us. I'm really glad this is becoming a thing. I'm enjoying doing it. Now the real question is, will Facebook delete this video like it did my last live stream. For no reason that I can think of. I'm hoping not, because that was a slightly traumatic experience. All of a sudden I just get an email saying, hey, YouTube has removed your video. I'm like, what? All I do is talk about random stuff and color in a coloring book. What could I have possibly done that warranted you removing my video? Yes, they are very jealous of my coloring skill. But yeah, it mentioned something about spamming and being misleading. I'm not quite sure where that came from. But apparently, I was spamming you guys. I, of course, fought it, and it was back up next day. Sometimes I feel like they're trying to overcompensate for everything that's going on. Which is sad. But I also understand why sometimes they have to, because they've got to protect themselves. And with as much as that is uploaded every day on YouTube, it's just not fun when it's you that gets hit. Dun, dun, dun. We'll see how far I get into this. I really, really want to finish it today. Woo! You guys have got me talking so much that I need a drink. Let me grab my drink real quick, maybe. Oh, my arms are too short. There we go. Perfect. I need stretch arms. Yeah, I was trying to figure out where I was going to put my tea, and there's just really no good place to put it around me. So right now, it is sitting on the floor. Luckily, the cats are all curled up into the heated blankets right now, and probably will not be disturbing me for this stream. I don't know. What else should we talk about? I talked about what I was reading. Talked a little bit about my week and the joys that my week has brought far. And yes, these coloring books and all of the wonderfulness that comes with them are extremely addicting. And so it is hard to go on a buying hiatus, especially when artists keep coming out with gorgeous things. I am looking forward to Kirby Rosan's new coloring book. That one I did pre-order. I regret nothing. just really enjoy his work. Do you enjoy doing the live streams? Do they satisfy the creative itch you want with your channel? Yes, I very much enjoy doing these live streams. I don't know, it gives me a chance to interact with you guys and to just sit and do some coloring, something low key. And just, I don't know, do something fun. That, and I don't have to go back and sit there and spend an hour or so editing all of it, which is really nice. Because otherwise, sometimes, you know, you have to sit there and you have to plan and then you have to edit. It's nice to just sit down for an hour or two and talk to you guys. And then just have something to go back and watch later. Plus, just having this content up on my YouTube channel so I can see the progress that I have done in a page or so. I do still want to do some of my speed colorings with, usually I read like a chapter of a book or something. I do still want to do those. I just don't have time to film those right now. Because those usually, oh my gosh, those are really, really hard to edit. I think they're my most time consuming ones because I usually spend several hours coloring and then I have to find a way to condense it down into 15 minutes or so. Not even that. Sometimes I try to get it down to 10. And then doing the audio of me reading a book, I tend to cut some things out that I don't think are necessary. And then matching all of those up. I do enjoy doing them, but they're an investment. That, and I have to decide which book I want to do that with next and match it up with a good coloring page. I have some ideas of what I want to do, but they'll probably not happen until after May or so. Oh, that was a chisel tip. I mean, they have a band on the marker, so you know which side is the brush tip, but I obviously don't always pay attention. I have been told in the past that my reading voice is nice. I like to blame my mother for that because she always read to me when I was growing up. And I got my reading voice from her. So get some in there. Give it some dimension. There's a little bow tie. So cute. Haven't decided how I want to color the two piggies yet. Still debating on what I want to do for them. I'll have to think about that. But let's add some green. Just kind of fill everything in real quick. Yeah, I like that green with the other two colors. Just do this really quickly. I won't lie, I'm not being too careful right now. Sometimes it'll give it a nice organic feel. Maybe just kind of let yourself be. I'm slowly learning how to do that. I'm a bit of a perfectionist. Is it coming off bright and vivid for you guys? It's kind of a, well, it's called a pale cobalt green. So it's more of a pale shade. But like I said, I feel like the colors are coming off really, really vibrant on the stream. So I'll have to take a picture when I'm done so you guys can get some of the true color. I think each time I set up these streams, I put the tripod in my chair in a slightly different place. So sometimes I end up leaning weird. And I feel it in my back later. Okay. So then we can go. I'll probably blend it better together. I just want to get the first round down. And then I can start adding dimension and getting rid of the brush strokes. So what are you guys doing this weekend? I guess the weekend's almost over, but how have your guys' weeks gone? Ooh, long weekend in Canada. I am very much jealous. I would love to have a long weekend. But nope. Back to work on Monday. But at least I love my job. I think it would be wholly different if I didn't. Sometimes it is good just to, you know, chill out on the weekend and maybe not get some stuff done. Give yourself some time to relax. That's usually when I come up with the best ideas, is when I'm not even thinking about anything. Oh, that must have been nice to hang out with your mom, Grace. I know me and my mom, we're constantly texting back and forth now, trying to figure out wedding stuff, which I'm very grateful for. And I might make a trip up to see her to get some of the other stuff finalized. Studio Ghibli inspired guinea pig scene. Oh my goodness, I cannot wait to see that. Two of my favoriteest things ever on one page. guinea pigs in Studio Ghibli. I have been seeing a lot of Studio Ghibli stuff on my Instagram feed recently. I know Kirby Rosan was doing some images too. Was there a anniversary or something with Studio Ghibli? Or is it just a coincidence? Totally might just be a coincidence. Oh, I would love to go to Japan too. Japan is one of those places on my bucket list. Japan and South Korea. Let me move those over there so they don't slide off my desk. Okay, so I have a darker green that I think I want to pull in for the leaves. Just flinging that around. There we go. And yes, I did replace this with a brush tip, because traditionally it comes with a chisel tip and a bullet nib, but I like my brush tips, so I just got a brush replacement. Which, if you like brush replacements and you have the original barrel, I highly recommend. I mean, it's not that hard to install, and then you've got this nice brush tip to use. It's like, see, and there's the bullet nib. So I have both the bullet and the brush. I believe Copic came out with an anniversary set so many years ago that was a bullet and a brush tip all in one. But most of the time you have to customize your set if you want that. Brush tips are by far my favorite thing to color with. You just get a better blend when you use a brush. That, and it feels more organic. And it's easier to hide the strokes. At least that has been my experience, which is why I like the Copics and the Tombos, and why they're usually my first picks. That and the Faber-Castell brush or artist pit pens, which I haven't used those for a while, so I might use those next at some point. Just trying to get a base layer down of everything. And then maybe go back and add some depth. Though I kind of like it the way it is. I don't know. We'll play around a bit. Because there's a couple ways that I could do some stuff with this. And we've got some in here as well. I almost want to color this in between space, so it doesn't look like the flowers are just kind of floating. There we go. That's so cute. Might as well, since I'm here, color the tops of the carrots. There we go. Like it. Now I'm wondering if I take... We're going to try this. I don't know how it's gonna turn out. I'm just gonna kind of give it a little bit of a shadow. Nothing too major. Because I'm horrible at keeping things simple. I don't know why I started in the middle there. There we go. Yeah. Really should use my grays more often. Okay, and then I'm wondering if I just go back and kind of make those stand out a little bit, but not necessarily do a full-on shadow. Just kind of develop some layers with the same color. It's subtle, but sometimes subtle is a good thing. We'll see how it dries though. Might change my mind and decide I need something a little harsher. Yeah. Can kind of come in and outline that a little bit. Give it more definition. Like I said, I think it'll dry a little lighter than what's going down right now. Ooh, looks like we're having some fun in the chat right now. Sailor Moon and Yu-Gi-Oh! Were my life for a lot of my childhood. Won't lie, even my high school. Though I might have been a little closeted at that point because that wasn't cool. But Sailor Moon is the reason I am here where I am today. Because I think I've talked about this before, but Sailor Moon is what got me started in Photoshop, in photoshopping stuff for that. My favorite Ghibli film, probably Howl's Moving Castle. By far. I love, 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 love that movie. Okay. I forgot about these little bows here. Should I think I should make them yellow. Just pull some yellow in there. I can't decide if I want to leave the polka dotted balloons as they are, or if I want to use the pink in them as well. Haven't decided yet. What do you guys think? Leave them as is? Yeah, sometimes I forget that I can... Things don't have to be colored. They can be left white. I do feel like this needs to be colored yellow. Okay, I think I need to decide how I'm going to color my adorable little piggies. How do I want to do that? I think this is a salad. It looks like a salad to me. It is now a salad. If it wasn't before, it now is. Okay, so I've got my warm grays, which are this row here. I think I want to stay with the 2, 3, and 5, because I think the 7 gets way too dark. As you can tell, these almost start looking the same the further down you go. I don't know why Copic decided that they needed to go this far. There might be people who exist that need a range that is as finely tuned as that, but to me they all start looking the same when you get too far down. So these are the colors that I want to use. How do I want to do this? I think I'm gonna start with 2 and just kind of figure out where I want to lay down the color. And then I'll come back with some of the darker ones and fill it out. I'm almost making her a Two-Face. I don't know, she could rock the Two-Face look. I'm just going for it. I think I want to bring some over here though. So she just has a white stripe going down her face. And then I'm gonna color this here too. Kinda like that. Don't hate it. Let's see. Oops, wrong side. Oh, let's see. How do I wanna? Not entirely sure what I'm doing, but we're slowly exploring. Probably would have been a good idea to get a reference, but living on the edge. Blend that out. I think I actually want to make her ear the dark color too. I'm kind of like that. And then, which one's like this is, yes. So we're gonna Bring that down. The fun thing about coloring a guinea pig is you can do all kinds of different combinations. Because there's pretty much every color under the sun, guinea pig wise. Ow, I think she looks darling. I'm liking this. I think I want to probably get the darker color here too. So I like the idea of her paws being the darker color. I'm kind of like that. Then blend that out a little bit. I don't know, maybe your little rump. She's got a dark colored rump. Kind of bring it in over there. I also think that her purse needs to be pink. So I'll probably come back and do that pink. Okay, where, oh, there it is. Almost lost my cap. I think I need to bring some of the lighter color in. Maybe add some shadow. I think she's darling. What we have to figure out is how we want to do a little guy over here. Because we can make him a solid color. Maybe? Or should I do him with a pattern like I did her? Solid or pattern? What do you guys think? Solid? Okay. I think I'm going to start with the lighter color then. Because I'm going to make them both the same. And did I choose the lighter color? No, I chose the 3. We need to pick up the 2. I like coloring with a limited palette because I feel like I can be more wow. I need to get more caffeine. I feel like I can be more creative when I limit myself that way because I'm not stuck on what color to use next. I think even though he's a solid color, I want to make his ears and his paws pink. I think this is a guy who knows how to please his girl. Because she looks happy, he looks content. They're both adorable. Yeah, we'll start out with that. And then come back in with the 3. Get some shading in there. You know, it is amazing what people can do with the 3 marker challenge. It's always inspiring to watch. Because you always think that you need like all of these colors and all of these shades to create something. And honestly, probably don't. Not entirely sure why I just capped my marker. But I did. It's fine. Sometimes I get so distracted by talking. Let's get some shadow under his arms. Okay, so I said I was going to make his arms and ears pink, and then what did I do? Colored in his paw. Whoops. Let's blend that out a little bit. Get some shadow under his bow tie. He's one sophisticated dude. I think we might want to bring a little bit of the warm 5 in there too, just to deepen some of those tones a little bit. Not much, mind you, but just a little. Gotten to the point where I've got so many markers in my hand that I have to be careful because it's more than likely that I am going to grab the wrong color, especially since they're all within the same tone. So yeah, I think they're starting to look really adorable. Oh, that just makes me so excited. Got some shadow there, probably some behind this ear. Pull that out a little bit. And then under his little fuzzy armpit. Oh, just look at them. They are too cute. Okay, let's see if I can get, hold on. Get some under his nose a little bit. Some pink in there. And I was gonna make his paws pink. It's a little on the red side, but I might be able to fade some of that out. I got this. Got this. Just tone some of it down with my grays. Blend it out. So sophisticated. Okay, let's see if we can push that color around a little bit. Yeah, see, this is what I really, really like about Copic markers, is that you can push the color around even when it's already on the page. It's like got too much pink in that one spot, that's fine. If there's a different color that you want more of there, just start pushing around. Of course, that isn't so great for the stuff underneath the page, because I can guarantee you I'm bleeding through like crazy. See? Yeah. But I still think it looks cute. Okay, so I think I want to, the tablecloth is probably going to remain white, but I'm gonna get some pink in here. Possibly down here. Oh, and I said I was going to color her purse pink, didn't I? So I should probably do that too. So I think I'm going to do the plates in the yellow. Before I forget. Maybe give it a goldish type button. I think that would be cute. I need 3. Every time. At least I'm consistent, right? If I could be a Ghibli character for a day, who would I be? Ooh, I have no idea. Spirited Away was a good Ghibli film too. And I liked a lot of characters from that one. Was Kiki's Delivery Service a Ghibli? Or did I just imagine that one? Okay, good. Thought I was going crazy there for a second. Yeah, I like Kiki. If I could be anybody, I'd probably be Kiki. Get some shadows in this as well. Yes, all of the skinny pigs and my Sphinx on my delivery service with me. Yep, we would be a team, let me tell you. Hi, Sarah. Actually, we've been doing this for a little while now, but I have a feeling we have a little ways to go before this is finished. And I am in no rush today. So this will probably be going for another half hour or so. And kind of like that. Yeah, and I think I'm going to keep his bow tie with white dots, because I kind of like how that looks. Maybe I'll just have the rim of the plates in the yellow. Kind of like that. Because this is a fine dining establishment. And then we'll have the bowl yellow. So you have to have all the good plates and such. So these guinea pigs are doing it right. This is that chisel tip. Here we go. Now at some point I want to own all of the Studio Ghibli movies. I love watching them, but surprisingly I don't have any of them. Get a little pink in there. My colors are getting all confused over here. Where did it? There's the 3. Okay. So traditionally, carrots are orange. Theoretically, I could make orange with... I don't know what tone of orange that'll turn out to be. Should I try? And I guess I could mute it down with some of the gray. Part of me really wants to try. What do you guys think? Should I try making orange? Or do you have any recommendations of what I could do for the carrots? Just gonna kind of leave those colors there so you guys can think about it a little bit. Maybe get back to me. I'm just gonna add some shadows. I'm gonna get the colorless blender too, so that I can smooth that out a little bit. Magical rainbow carrots. It might look more like a radioactive carrot. But like I said, part of me really wants to try. That out a little bit. Okay, we're totally gonna try this because why not? It's my coloring book, right? If this goes wrong, then we can just blame me. I did find my Neopets account, but the problem is it is attached to an email account I no longer own, which means I have forgotten the password and I can't get the password back because I don't have the email account they keep on sending the reset password email to. So I have put out an email to the Neopet support people saying, hey, this is all my information. I promise I am who I say I am. Here's all my information proving that I am who I say I am. Can I please get into my account? Is it at all possible to get into my account? So far, I have not heard back from them, sadly. And of course, it was one of those ridiculously obscure email providers that I can't get that same email back because there's no way for me to get it, which is a little disappointing, to say the least. Where's my 2? No, it was a internet provider that I don't think exists anymore. that was just local. But yeah, I mean, it was kind of like AOL, but it was actually like an internet cable provider. And I did enjoy watching all of the kittens, the videos about fostering the kittens. I have enjoyed those immensely. So thank you so much for sending me those sending those my way. Because they are absolutely adorable. Definitely brighten my day. So I'm just adding a little bit of shadowing to all of the white, just so you can get some depth. Because otherwise I feel like it's just too stark of a white. Seriously, April. Gray tip. Go for the gray tip. So I don't use this colorless blender very often. Half the time I'm not even 100% sure that I'm using it correctly. But I eventually get it to do what I want it to do, so count that as a win. Probably a little bit over here. Some shadowing where his arm is at. I don't want to overthink this one too much. I do feel like I need to make the utensils a little darker though. Kind of like that. Okay, well I think, let me bring that back down. I think the only major thing left is this on her purse. I'll probably tone a lot of that down with the gray so it looks more like a gold. It isn't quite so. I do like how the carrots turned out. That isn't a bad orange. Okay. Let's mute this down a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. Look at that. I am extremely excited about how this turned out, guys. As you can see, my Copics like to roll off my table. I was going for something specific. My W3. So we can add some shadows to this chain. Okay. Well, there we go. I thought this was actually going to take a little bit longer. So I thought there was going to be a whole nother half hour to this, but I think I like where this is at right now. I don't know if I want to do anything more to it. What do you guys think? Yeah, I think I'm going to leave it here. I love how this turned out. It's so cute. So thank you guys for joining me with this wonderful page. And I will see you guys next week at the same time in the same place. Heart your beautiful faces. Bye.